Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how I analyze fashion designs and how I break it down so I can recreate it from scratch. So if you've ever seen an outfit and you've wondered, oh, how do I even start with this? Then this video is definitely for you. Today I'm doing a fashion breakdown of this stunning Andrea Iyamah design. I'll show you how I analyze it to create my pattern and probably to recreate it with my own touch. Alright guys, so the first thing I usually do is draw a square which will serve as my pattern paper. Okay, and then this is the picture. So the first thing I'll do is obviously get a shoulder line. So I'm going to come down about 1 inch here and I'll just get my shoulder line. All right, so after doing that, I need to get my other lines. So looking at the picture here, I don't think I need a chest line because the sleeves don't end around the chest area. So it comes down to like the under bust area, right? So I don't need a chest line, I don't need a bust line, so I'm just going to skip to get my under bust line. So the under bust line will probably be somewhere here, so I'll write down under bust here. Okay, so I definitely need my waistline, so I'm definitely going to mark down my waistline here. Okay, so I think I'll need my hip line to give the dress a little bit of shaping. So I'll come down and put the hip line here. So I'm just going to use the bottom here as the length. Okay, so I'll begin from the top to the bottom. So at the neck area here, I can see that the neck is not too tight, you know, and definitely there'll be a zip at the back because I don't think it's a stretchy fabric. It's not a stretchy fabric, so there'll be a zip at the back for easy wear. So for the neckline, I'll use 3.5. So from the center front here, oh yeah, I just realized that there's actually a line here. Don't know if you can see it. So there's a line here which indicates that the two front pieces have been joined along this line. So I'm just going to mark ½ an inch first for my joining allowance. Alright, so after doing that, I can go ahead and impute my neckline. So from this new line, this will be my new center line. I'll mark my neck width and I'll be using 3.5. So I'm just going to write down 3.5 here. So when I'm drafting my pattern, I know that I'm using 3.5. And for the neck depth is not too down, so I'm going to use 3 inches. So I'll come down here by and just mark 3 inches and then I'll just connect these two together. Now to create the shoulder, looking at the picture, the shoulder obviously extends. So this is where the normal shoulder would actually be, but it extends. So I'm going to mark down my shoulder measurement. So from the center front, I'm going to impute my shoulder measurement and I usually use 7.5. So now I'm going to take my measuring tape and I'll measure from here down to where I want my sleeve to be to stop on my body, right? So after doing that, I have about 8 inches. So from this point, I'm going to mark out 8 inches. So I'll come out maybe somewhere here and just indicate that that is 8 inches, right? Now I'll come down by 1 inch because when we're drafting our pattern, we usually come down by 1 inch. So I'll also come down by 1 inch here. And I'm going to connect the neckline to that 1 inch. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to take note of is the width of this area here. So it's obviously wide, and like I said before, it stops around the under bust area, and I have my under bust line here. So I'm going to bring this down all the way to the under bust line. So whatever I have here, so between the center front and this point, I'm going to bring the same thing down, and I'll just extend the line to look like this. Okay, so after that is done, looking at the picture, I don't think I want it to be exactly on the bust line. You know, I don't think I want, well, personally, I just don't think I want it there. So I'll come up by 1 inch here. So that is where it's going to stop, 1 inch above the under bust line. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to impute is my waistline. And from the picture, the waist area seems, you know, fitted. So I'll be using my exact waist measurement. So on the waistline, mark my exact waist measurement, and I usually use 8. So I'll just leave this here. Maybe I can add half an inch for ease. So I'll just add half an inch here for ease. Okay, so after doing that, I need to somehow, you know, so this is where the waist is. So I just need to create like that curve to connect with the sleeve. So from this point here, I'll create something that would come up to look like this. Right, as you can see, it's already taking shape and it's already looking like the original design. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to mark is the hip measurement, and from the picture the hip area is free, so it's not too tight. So I can use my hip measurement maybe somewhere here, and I can add ease, maybe half an inch ease or 1 inch ease, and I'll connect these 2 points like this. And the rest of the dress is not fitted, right? So whatever I have on my hip, I'm just going to extend that down, so it will just come down here. So if you want yours to be long, all you have to do is add an extra pattern paper, and then you just extend it all the way down. But I think I'm going to make mine short. I don't know, I don't think I'm in a mood for anything long right now, so I'm definitely just going to leave mine to be like a mini version. Okay, so what is the next noticeable thing? Well, the star of the show, I guess, which is the ruched effect around the waist area. So now this is my waistline, and here around here is definitely the waistline. So you can see it comes up about 2 inches and comes down about maybe 2.5 or 3 inches, or it might even be the same thing, right? So for me, I'm going to go up from the waistline by about 2 inches, because I don't think I want like my under bust area to, you know, show, right? Like how it is here, how under bust area isn't that visible, so I like it like that. And then I'll come down from my waist by about maybe 3 inches. So I'm just going to mark that here. Now I need to determine from the waist edge here, from the edge here where the waist is, it comes out this way. So I need to determine how out I want mine to be. So after taking the measuring tape to my body, I'm thinking 3 inches or 3.5 would work well for me. So if you want yours to be really obvious, so maybe it comes out, you know, this way, like you have a flat tummy and you want to show off, then yeah, you can just use whatever figure that you want. But for me, I'm going to use 3.5 inches. So from the very edge here, I'll come out by 3.5. So after doing that, I'll create my opening. So I'll create that circle for my opening. So it will just look something, like this. Okay, so after that is done, just trying to look around to see if there's anything I've missed. Well, I'm not making my dress long, so there's no need for slits. Are there pockets? I don't think there are pockets. So yeah, okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is create this ruched effect, and the only thing I need to do is just create slash lines around this circle. So it will just come out looking like this. right? And I'm going to slash through these lines and spread, so I can create this ruched effect with the rope inserted into it. And yeah, so this is how I usually create my pattern. This design I picked is obviously so simple, right? But I think I'll make this a series and I'll do more of things like this. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. And if you'd like me to actually create a pattern for this look and put it together, please let me know in the comment section. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Bye.